Can you hear me?
Yo.
Yeah, you got it?
Yeah. Let's drop this link in these boxes. Where's Shorty at so we can go and bust her ass with this information? Shout out to Zeus, man. Shout out to Zeus in the box.
She's coming right now.
Okay, yeah. Let's get it in, man. Cause we got to get it right. We definitely got to get it right. But I definitely understood where you was coming from, bro. No doubt. I definitely understood where you was coming from.
Because like I said, I know white people who are desolate. I know people who are homeless, and I'm not homeless right now. I know white people who are homeless, and I'm not homeless. I'm
right now
talking about.
Exactly. Nah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, okay. I mean, I'm just saying we have a tendency to just sit around and just believe like every white person got this cherry moon pie, and that's just not just not the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? And I understand what you were saying about classism and racism and all that. I definitely understand. You know what I mean? That's why I said, you know, I'm gonna wait till the sister get in the bill, but I understand where y'all was coming from. You know what I mean? Definitely not a fool with it. I think you got some great points. Like I said, I'll be looking at the videos you've been making. Hey man, great points with it. You know what I mean? But like you say, classism on this. See, the way y'all fucking me up is y'all putting them on the same level. You can't do that because to me, you're not showing classism at this same level. See, that's what I'm gonna get into.
I know what you're trying to say. Like when you compare classes, you gotta compare a different class to another. You compare them to the same. That's just comparing the same class to itself.
Yeah, and it's like that's not proving racism to me. I mean, no, it's proving racism because when you put them on the same level, now you're proving racism over classism. But now it debunks you saying the white person has the same opportunity. I mean, the white person has a better opportunity than the black person, right? Because if you put them on the same level, that debunks your truth. Because now you just put us equally on the same level to make yourself right. You didn't put a white person beneath the brother as far as in the educational field or work experience, you know, on the job experience. You didn't put them underneath the brother. So therefore, to me, you're not proving the point of racism or equal opportunity. You can kind of know what I'm saying, or better opportunity in their race, because you're saying, yo, if Donald Trump around a white dude with the same money as Steve Harvey, that's not proving nothing to me. You see what I'm saying? That's not you saying they basically on the same level. You got to tell me Donald Trump would rather be around the trailer trash dude Harvey. Have a better opportunity in this country for over black people. Do you kind of know what I'm saying? It's
you're saying that like if we're gonna compare if you're gonna compare people, you gotta compare them. You're gonna compare classes. You must compare classes that are lower than the other. You want us to show you examples of a middle class white person having a better life than a black person who's quote unquote upper class or
right or a better opportunity.
That's
when you put them at the same level.
That's what you're asking for.
Go ahead.
You
get what I'm saying? Because when you say they have different opportunities, it's like, do they? Does that white person and how are we proving that? You know, she brought up a few heroin classes and stuff like that, and about prison reform. You know, and I definitely get that, but like that to me, that just I don't know. It just don't prove the point to me. But you know, I take it. You know what I mean? Like I said, I think we're behind the eight ball sometime and just thinking that white people are better than us, so they have some better opportunity. And also, what I was saying too, having is the reason why some of y'all points hold water but don't. Who is the company owned by? These companies that we saying are giving better opportunities to white people. Who are they owned by? Black people, white people, Jews. Who are they owned by? You heard me, bro? Yo, shout out to T Duck in the building. Yo, T, get that link too, bro. Let me refresh my screen. Yo, Javen, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, who owns the companies?
White people.
Where Miss Legit at? Exactly. So why don't you create your own company? You see what I'm saying?
I feel
you get where I'm coming from, bro. Like, come on, man. The shit, to me, it just got to make a little bit more sense to me, man. That's all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It got to make a little bit more sense instead of you saying, okay, well, damn. Of course, when you put us on the same level, they're going to pick a white person because the company is owned by a white person. So wouldn't you go out and tell your brothers to start more companies? Or still, you know what I mean? Or tell your Latino brothers to start more companies? Or would you just accept defeat and say, nah, bro, they got a better opportunity than me? And what I'm saying is this, Javen, if you go to a job, right, without no credentials, I mean, you go to a job with credentials in the field and a white boy go to the job with no credentials, you're saying they're going to hire that white boy over you?
No. I wasn't saying that.
I mean, basically, that's what Miss Legit was saying.
Well, we're gonna see. I sent to the link. So
yeah,
she can come in and talk to you. But like I didn't see it like that. And by me saying that white people had a better opportunity than black people, that doesn't mean that I don't believe black people should do for itself. I believe that should be more of an incentive for you to do for self.
Right.
That if you work in the same job as somebody and they're gonna pay you less, even though you're doing the same job, taking the same risk, doing the same everything, that should be more incentive for black people to start their own. I never meant it into a defeatist mind state of woe is me, we so oppressed. I highlight the oppression to show you that this is a reason why we should have our own. Not I don't point to the oppression and say, well, we oppress and we just gotta just sit and take it. I point to it to say, hey, we oppress, now let's get out of the oppression. Let's get out of it.
No, I'm with you. So it's more of classism than racism then. Drop the link in the box too, bro. Shout out to T-Duck. But so you saying it's more classism than racism?
No, I'm still going with racism, but I'm just saying
that's what I'm saying. Y'all tripping, man.
I'm still going with racism, but I'm still saying that I'm ultimately getting to the point that we as black people, even we affected by racism, but that doesn't mean we can't do nothing for ourselves to better ourselves.
Yeah, because it's like, are you looking for a doggy treat from your master? Like, what the fuck is going on? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing? You know what I mean? You know, that's where I be coming from. I think it's more classism, bro. That's just facts. Like, if you ever been in the Midwest, because I don't know if you're from New York City or not, right? But a lot of stuff, even in New York City, with it being segregated, a lot of brothers are just racist because they don't even know what's going on with white people. Because they live in a whole nother side of town and they think they balling. And they not. Every white person ain't balling, dog. Let's cut that shit out. You know what I'm saying? So where they gonna get the opportunity from if they in the ghetto right with you? Where the opportunity coming from? Where was the opportunity coming from Eminem in Warren, Michigan? You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, it's equal opportunity. I feel like, okay, look, Javen, you got a house that you in, right? You said you know some destitute white people, right? So how did you end up in a house and they ended up homeless if they had better opportunities than you?
How did they? Maybe that's just how their life went, because I just see it like that. Like that's kind of like, I see that as kind of like anecdotal, like to compare me to one person to another. When I like to talk about the issue of like them white privilege existing, I'm talking about it like as a collective thing. Of course, there's some black people who are able to achieve, even though white supremacy exists and they able to get ahead, because you can't get everybody. No net catches everybody. And there's some people who are gonna fall through the cracks.
Right.
And I see some white people that's falling through the cracks, because I also like to keep it at the macro level. Like black people, like the last numbers I checked or saw, 25% of the black race lives below the poverty line, and only 6% of the white race live below the poverty line.
But guess what? This how I'm gonna fuck you up with that. Now, if you think about black people in America, what's the population of black people in America? Let's pull that up right quick, because I'm about to fuck your whole shit up right quick. Hold on one second.
It's about 45 million. But
okay, and how many white people? In America? Hold on.
It's over 200 million.
Okay, come on, dog. So guess what? The statistics gonna be higher with us anyway, with it being a lower amount of us in America anyway. So when they make these statistics and you look at the number, it's gonna automatically be higher with black people because there's less of us anyway. Where it could be the same with them, but the statistic is gonna look lower because it's more of them than us.
Nah, not with the statistic I gave, because that one is about average. It's about averages and stuff. It's not about necessarily about numbers, because it's like this. If you have 100 million, if you got 100 million people,
right, and
10 million of your people are below the poverty line, that means 10% of your population is below the poverty line. But if you have another group with 10 million people, but 2 million of their people are below the poverty line, that's 20% of their population.
Right.
So even though their numbers is different, I'm dealing with the percentages of how in their own context, not necessarily like comparing them to each other like people like to do with crime statistics and try to make black people like some crazy off the border animals that be killed.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I'm not talking about like that, but like I said, King, I feel what you're coming from. I still like I said, I'm looking at the macro level of racism and stuff like that, but I do understand what you're talking about, how they're all poor white people, they're all rich black people. If you have a black person who has, she just responded, so she's probably going to click the link in a little bit. There are poor, just like you said, like if I came to a job and I got a bunch of credentials, like me, like I got a bunch of credentials in a lot of things. My last job was, I was working at a school. I was a gym teacher.
Okay, word.
I come and try to get a job as a gym teacher.
Exactly.
Try to get me a job at her school.
Right.
All right. And a white person who never worked gym in life tried to show up. I'm really sure I'm gonna get that job over.
Thank you. So my case is closed. We done. My case is closed. You proved it. You just proved it. That is more classism than racism, because you would get the job. And that's at a white school probably. You would get that at a white, predominantly white school owned by white, you know what I'm saying? Owned by white people, because you have experience. So then that negates the whole racism shit right there to me.
I don't think so, because like I said, but if a white dude came in with experience and we both came and they had to pick between me or
but that's that psychological shit you do to what I'm saying. See, that's when you fuck with me then, because that's what I'm saying. That right there isn't proving racism, dog. Hold on, how can I put this shit? Damn, because you keep doing that, and I hate that you keep doing that, because you putting two people on the same level. Of course they're gonna pick the white dude if the institution is owned by white people. That's no brainer. But to show that they have a better opportunity than you would have to show a person that has lesser experience than you in the gym or in your field, and that they got the job over you. That would prove the opportunity, the greater opportunity that the white boy will have over you. You get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying. I think
you miss what I'm saying, bro. Because it might be, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
you're not proving a different opportunity base. You're not proving that they have a better opportunity.
All right, let's say because I do got a lot of experience as a gym teacher. What if I got a lot of experience and let's say I got 3 years experience and they bring somebody white and who has 1 year experience?
Thank you. Now listen, now this is, if he gets the job over you, that would prove to me the greater opportunity that you said, or what you call white privilege. You dig? Now that would be, I would understand that scenario. But when you say I got 3 years, he got 3 years, of course he's gonna get, it's a white school. The same way, if you went to a black school that was owned and operated by black people, you probably would get the goddamn job with the same experience.
Yeah, but it does happen too, because that's why I gave the analogy, the instance of college, because you got people who go, black people who go to Ivy League schools like Princeton, Yale, Harvard, right. And they got the same and they have the same chances of getting a job as a white person who went to Rutgers, Virginia Tech, Georgia Tech. They do got the same opportunities as getting a job. Say those are like, you got one at Ivy League and you got one at like, you know, a state college.
Yeah, but I'm saying if the institute, all I'm saying is, dog, I hear y'all on the white privilege. I just don't. To me, it doesn't exist. It only exists when you equal it out. When you say, "Oh, I got 3 years and he got 3 years," then I understand it. But if you say he got no experience and I got 3 years and he got the job, then I would clearly see your point. You know what I mean? Because damn, he got a job like that over you. You know what I'm saying? Then I will understand, you know, what y'all saying about white privilege. But I just don't understand. But I get where you're coming from, and I respect your angle, even Miss Legit. You feel me?
Yeah.
But I'm gonna always play devil's advocate to people that automatically want to put art. Go ahead.
I said you're supposed to play devil's advocate. That's how we get to a better position, and that's how you see if somebody really know what they're talking about.
Exactly, bro.
You question them.
That's all I'm saying, man. Because I think it's so.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you with this line of questioning and this line of thinking, because you don't see too much of that.
Nah, you just see a bunch of amen corners all over the place, and it's like.
And that's how you don't get nowhere. That's how you get stuck. That's how you get groupthink, and that's how you don't get nowhere. Because we need people who think differently and willing to challenge ideas. Because if you don't have that, then you have nothing. You just got a bunch of people preaching to the choir.
Like thanks, bro. That's all I'm saying.
Everybody just saying amen. Nobody don't know what I'm talking about. They just know I'm saying it, and I said a couple of buzzwords, so they just say amen and they roll with it.
Exactly, dog. Like that's all I'm saying, man. It's not, you know, to that I don't think, you know, white privilege doesn't exist at all, but I do think black people have opportunities, you know, in this country.
I do too. I never say black people ain't got no opportunities. I always try to tell people. That's why I said I know what you're talking about. Because I tell people all the time, like, black people, we got a lot of opportunities in this country.
Opportunities. Yeah, we do.
Got a lot of opportunities. Even though racism does exist, you got some moves to make. You got some wiggle room to make something happen for yourself.
Right. That's all I'm saying.
Don't let the idea that racism exists keep you from not wanting to do nothing. Like, oh, I'm not even going to try because.
But people do that though, bro. I don't even think we understand. Some of these people quit their job. They listen. They break up with their family. They just change their whole life and just turn the fucking, you know, these RBG rebels, and they fuck up every opportunity because they start believing the lie in their mind. And just say, you know what? I'm gonna quit this $100,000 job I got to sell soap and hustle shea butter. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah. You can still be
exactly what you're saying. That's what I said. I think I might not be able to articulate it well, but I know exactly what you're saying, because I tell people that all the time. That racism does exist in America. White privilege does exist in America, but that doesn't mean you can't make moves. That doesn't mean you can't make things happen.
Facts.
Does not mean. Especially now in today's world with black people. If black people can make things happen and make moves in the 50s where black people were legally second-class citizens, you can make things happen now.
Facts.
You can do something. You can get a job. You can get some property.
Exactly. You can get a high credit score. You can get some trade lines. You know what I'm saying?
You could do some things. You can make things happen.
You can make.
I try to help black people make things happen. Like I tell people about how to get how to get certificates in trade, from boiling, electrician, all that. Like you can make things happen. Don't think racism in America. You can't do nothing.
Nothing. That's all I be saying, bro.
Because I know what you're saying. So I don't like when people use racism as a crutch to just sit down and don't do nothing. Like
that's what I don't want to do, bro. That's what I don't.
Like I always tell people, I said nobody got out of oppression by just sitting on their ass. Because black people, we not the only people who ever been oppressed in the world, in the history. And how did people get out that oppression? They made things happen. They didn't just sit there and say, "Woe is me, we oppressed, we can't do nothing."
Facts.
Because if that was the case, nobody would have ever got out the first impression if he would just sat back and say, well, they won't let us. You got to start making things happen. You got to figure out a way to do it. Like T. Doug said, it's not they pushing back. You got to push back the same way they running plays. You got to run counter plays. You got to find out how to make this work. Like sports, you can't run the same offense the whole game. You're gonna have to get different formations. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be hard. But at the end of the day, you got to make something happen, or you're just gonna lay down and die. And I'm not.
Hey, yo, can you send me the Hangout link, bro? I got Miss Legit. She said, can you send her the Hangout link to her joint? Shout out to T Duck. Can you send the Hangout link to maybe my email? I'll put it in the box so I can send it to her. You heard me, Javen? Yo, T Duck, what's up, bro?
Oh, I just sent it to her. Again.
What's up with bro? Peace to the both of you brothers. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a reflection of y'all brilliance. I hear y'all on here building lovely. You know what I'm saying? And like y'all both said, it's obstacles, man. I'm not as articulate as my brothers right here. You know what I'm saying? I just see it all as obstacles, man, and we gotta persevere. Period. Point blank.
No, that's real. That's real. And that, that's all I was saying. Shout out to Miss Legit. But that's all I was saying, man. I'm just tired of the pity party. I'm tired of throwing the pity party. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's throw some other facts out there. Go ahead, bro.
Like I said, because I know what you're talking about, because I argue against people doing it. I put the fact that we oppress out there so we know that it's time that we got to make things happen, not throw a pity party.
That's all I'm saying. So when Miss Legit came on there giving the statistics, I respect it, but I think it's a white boy that can't get a job because he a felon too. Right? Like, I just don't believe they got a magic pill or a magic wand that they wave and everything is so magical and beautiful in life when you white. I just don't believe that. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? Like, I can't rock with that. You know what I'm saying? So, I think it's easy to come on and with a whole pro-black room and just throw out some sad statistics and everybody jump and say yay for you. You know what I'm saying? It's easy to be that. But it ain't easy to stand on the front line and say, you know what, bro? You could get an 800 credit score. You know what I'm saying? You could get a trade. You can win out here. You can create your own business. It's not easy to be that dude because that dude is an Uncle Tom or he's a coon or he's lost because he believes that it's greater possibilities for black people. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I definitely understand what you're saying because I do know that there's greater opportunities. I try to show people the opportunities and moves I done made. Because I'm black just like everybody else. I had to make moves. I had to make things happen. And I try to help other brothers make things happen. Like we know that it's hard out here, but you can do things. You don't gotta be shiftless and sit on your ass all day. But Miss Legit, you here?
Yeah.
I gotta walk away real quick because I gotta go check on one of my kids. I think they're woke, but y'all can do y'all.
Yeah.
All right. Peace, Javen. Yeah, peace, everybody.
Hey, before you start, sis, you the moderator. You in control.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I just heard like a little bit of what you were saying, King. Now, and here's the thing: when you was like, I don't think it's just a magic wand to wait. It has nothing to do with having a magic wand to wave and say that white people have no problems. It has everything to do. It has everything to do with understanding that even if white people are poor, so when America gets a cold, black people get the flu. When America gets the flu, we get pneumonia. And that's the point. It's not to say that all white people don't have any problems and everything is just amazing for them. But in comparison, see, that's the thing that you're missing. It's in comparison to our community, right? So when you do the comparison and you do see things like a white man with a criminal record will get a job before a black man with a clean record, then you see that there is a white privilege. That's just the reality of it. And in terms of...
Hold on, say that again. You said a white man with a clean record?
Yes. A white man with a clean record. He will get a job before a black man with no criminal record. Okay? That's called white privilege. However people want to look at it or whatever. White privilege doesn't denote that a person.
To me, that doesn't prove white privilege, though.
Hold on. A person's life, white privilege doesn't mean that a white person's life is perfect. That's not what that means. It means in comparison to.
And I'm saying in comparison to
people. To other races of people, they have an easier shot at things. I just sat here and ran down to you on the other end of that live stream.
Yeah,
all of these actual points. Now, if you say that doesn't prove privilege or these things, listen.
No, I'm gonna tell you why I say that.
What do people look for? What do people look to have to take care of themselves? Stability, the ability for gainful employment, right? To make a competitive wage, right? To be able to hopefully go get an education and to be able to attain certain things in life. That's just part of it. So to say that something as essential as employment, where a white person with a record can get a job before a black man with no record, that's a problem. That's not a small thing. There's a reason why. And see, this is where it's dangerous at to me. And I'm not saying you're seeing this, but if we look right now, we see that black men have doubled, black people in general, but have doubled the unemployment rate for the society as a whole. Our unemployment rate is double that. It's not double that because black people are lazy, because black people don't want nothing, because black people are any other negative thing you can throw out there. It's because the system is set up in such a way to where it's more difficult for black people to attain certain resources and to do certain things. That is not saying anything about blame. That's telling the truth. And that's another thing that bothers me when I hear people say, we need to stop blaming the white man. No, we don't. We need to forever have blame for the white man. Now, saying that doesn't mean that you cannot still take accountability for some of the things that we do have some control over in our communities and certain things. That doesn't mean that. We have an accountability too. However, if the damn deck is stacked against us, we should say it. We should talk about it. We should put it out there. People act as if we don't acknowledge white supremacy, if we don't acknowledge racism, like that somehow will make it go away. No, just because we don't talk about it, like that's what white people want us to do, because that makes them feel more comfortable in their own nonsense that they do to keep black people at a level. So they just don't want to hear you talk about it. Then see, that's my problem. When people have more of an issue with us speaking about racism than having an issue with racism itself. People want to stop blaming white supremacy, but they don't want to destroy white supremacy. Just don't talk about it. Just don't say it's holding you back when it really is.
I hear you. That's why I say you definitely have some great points. Like I said, I got to disagree. You know what I mean? That's just me. I'm always disagree with that, but I definitely understand, some of the points that you made. You know what I mean? I'm just a pragmatic person. I deal with things, realistically. And I believe you have to update, your ideologies. You have to update, you have to know where you're at right now. So when you talk, hold on.
Question.
Okay. Okay. Go ahead.
I'm not, people can keep their business personal, but are you a millionaire?
No.
Okay. Why not?
Because I'm not. It's real simple. Okay.
And I'm gonna tell you why.
If I want to be a millionaire tomorrow, I can be. I got $400,000 from Def Jam. I'm from a town. Hold on one second. I'm from a town called Windham, Ohio. It was 2,000 people there. I moved to another town, which I consider my home, Montgomery, Alabama. Then I moved to where I'm at now, Atlanta. Me and my brother from a small ass town with 2,000. It's not even called a town. It's called a village. Pull it up, right? And then we moved to another small town, Montgomery, Alabama. Well, that's actually a real city, but prior to that, we was in a village. We signed the Def Jam from L.A. Reid and Jay-Z for $400,000. This is facts. So me, and after that, I created Rap Star Promo. You go to front of my website, you hear me interviewing Nicki Minaj, Young Jeezy, Rick Ross, all type of brothers. I done help other brothers get millions of dollars. So I believe you can do anything that you put your mind to. Because one thing I didn't even notice, I was helping Black Power when I was helping brothers get record deals or helping them make money. I didn't even understand what I was doing at the time when I'm running my company, helping brothers get deals and helping them make money. I didn't understand. So at the end of the day, I believe you can do anything that you put your mind to. And I believe sometimes we put imaginary obstacles in front of our people by telling them that the system is against you. Because yes, where you may be strong enough to know the system is against you and wake up in the morning, some of our brothers say the system is against me, so let me go out here and do some bullshit and end up in jail working for 30 cents a day because they didn't want to say, nah, dog, I can get in the system and get busy. So I'm not negating what you're saying. I'm just saying the psychological effects that we think, get out the game, get out the game, get out the game. Why don't you say, no, learn how to play the game, right? You might be able to be successful at the game, you see? So if I'm not a millionaire, it's my fault. That's how I feel. It's not the white man's fault.
See, see.
That's a fact.
I respect people having, their own beliefs and opinions, but here's the thing. Here's why I asked you that question. Because I have had this debate, many times over the years with many different people who have taken your particular stance. And I've had people say things like, oh, well, if you don't want to, if you want this and that, you can get it, you can do it. Black people got the same choice, the same
opportunities.
Opportunities. I'm sorry, my mom.
No, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
The same opportunities as anybody else, as white people or whomever.
Right.
And so, if you want to be a millionaire, you can be a millionaire. So I ask people, why aren't you one? Because what's interesting to me, that's why I asked you that. Just like I said, because past debates I've had with people, not to try to insult you or trying to do anything. I'm just trying to make.
I done made mad money. I'm not offended because it's all on me. It's all on me.
Okay, I'm just trying to make a larger point. And the larger point is that if it's so easy and if it is so open to any and everybody, then why are not, especially these people who take your stance, why are you and I'm, like I said, I'm not just trying to choose you, but why aren't you people with that stance? Why aren't you all millionaires? Why aren't you multi-millionaires? Why aren't you billionaires?
Okay, why isn't the white boy? Why isn't the white boy? Hold on. Hold on one second.
You're the one who said
Hold on one second.
No, you're the one who said
hold on.
And you said you could be a millionaire tomorrow.
Easy. It's all on me. It's all on me. It's not on the white man to make me a millionaire. It's on me.
You don't want to be a millionaire?
I don't care about that. I don't put my faith in money. I don't praise money. I'm not Brother Polite sitting on a bed claiming I'm conscious praying to a stack of money. I'm sorry.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
You don't care about that. All right.
I really don't. I'm being honest with you because I know the love of money is the reason why a lot of our people are evil.
You give your music out for free?
Hey, can I say something real quick?
Not at all, because you definitely got to live. I mean, come on, man. What's understood?
So you want to live, you want to have money to live, but you don't want to be a millionaire.
And I never worked a day in my life. I've never worked a real job a day in my life. Never in my life. But I continue to get money and I continue to stay fed. I continue to rock yellow diamonds and Gucci shades and any other shit I want to rock because I get busy. No, I don't.
And you rocking diamonds and all
that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter to me.
That doesn't make sense.
No, it don't.
Renee, let me explain it to you, Renee.
You want to be a millionaire off the white man's dollar. And then,
Real quick,
somehow magically, you believe because you're a millionaire, you're not the white man's bitch, but you got the white man's dollar in your pocket.
Hey, let me explain it to you like this.
I don't give a fuck about no millionaires.
Hey, kid,
but I feel you,
let me explain it to her. Renee.
Go ahead. I'm going to mute the mic.
Renee, let me ask you a quick question. If I had $1 million tomorrow, would you be with me?
No, because you have a woman.
No, I'm just saying, say. Yeah. All right, say I was single and say I'm not me. I'm whoever you want me to be.
Okay.
If I got $1 million tomorrow, if I was to get $1 million tomorrow, would you be with me?
If I like you, yeah.
See, that's the whole point. It's just like money isn't everything. Like money not gonna Me having $1 million don't necessarily I'm gonna be able to get the woman of my dreams. It don't mean I'm gonna be able to have the life I really want. So
let me tell you something.
And I'm not trying to say this to be smart alecky. This is just
and you know why it don't matter to me? And they say I'm ego tripping. We come from Africa. We deserve diamonds and gold. So that's not ego tripping. That's just me taking back our shit. But guess what? I lost my brother 4 years ago. He was 25, my blood brother. I signed the Def Jam with. And I understand I could put $1 million on a cemetery and my brother won't get about the grave. So I have a whole nother interpretation of money. So that shit don't do nothing for me.
But now, King, she right.
That's just period.
That's not the argument, though.
But no. But when somebody says somebody a millionaire, you got to say something a little bit deeper than me, because I know niggas that call me for loans that done made millions that ain't doing shit because they didn't know how to invest their money properly.
But
she right about the glass ceiling, though, bruh. She right about the glass ceiling.
But wait, hold on. This is
what you mean, T-Dub?
And I'm not trying to say this. Wait, hold on. I'm not trying to say this to be smart to anybody on here. This is just the way it's kind of saying. This is a saying, so I'm not saying it to y'all. But the only people who say money don't matter are broke people.
That's not a fact. That's not true. That's not true.
When you look at yes, it is. Because guess what?
Hold on, Russell Simmons. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. I'm gonna debunk your truth real quick. I want y'all to go to Russell Simmons on Vlad TV. Russell Simmons tells Vlad TV money ain't shit to him. He don't care about it. Pull it up now and watch Russell Simmons get into it with Vlad.
Let me tell you something.
That's a fact.
Let me tell you something. If money ain't nothing to Russell Simmons, please tell me how I can get in contact with him so he can transfer that to my bank account. Do you think that man, with the lavish life he lead in the Hamptons and all of this other stuff, do you think if that man didn't give a damn about money, why he ain't gave all his money up to the black community to poor black folk? If money ain't nothing, if he don't give a damn about money.
He did create the rush card. He created some stuff. He created some stuff. He
ain't gonna give his money to you.
He created some stuff. I don't want his money.
He ain't gonna give it to nobody.
I don't want his money.
It doesn't matter. That's my point. My point is he's not going to give his money away. He's not.
And my point is people that say money ain't nothing are actually the motherfuckers with the money because they know it ain't shit. Facts.
No.
That's a fact.
But
that's why. Hold on. And hold on. Hey, T-Dub, let me ask you something.
They're not gonna give their money up, are they?
Let me ask you something. Let's be real. Because you make a good point, but let's be real. Do you see Bill Gates walking around with an iced out chain? Did you see Steve Jobs? Did you see Steve Jobs walking around with an iced out? Exactly. But guess what? But hold on. Exactly.
Say it again. Hold on. Because we don't have anything.
But hold on.
So anything we get, we try to put it on show. He don't have to run around here.
You just contradicted yourself.
No, I didn't.
I'm gonna show you how.
Okay, tell me how I contradicted myself.
I'm about to show you. You ready?
Yeah.
You said people that say money ain't nothing are the broke people. But then you said black people are the people that want to show the trinkets and wear the ice because they want to. Hold on. That's what you see what people do when they get emotional? Y'all see what people do?
What did I do?
They cut you off when they get emotional. That's why I say
I've been talking.
I'll let you talk the whole time. I'll let you talk and say what you got to say. But guess what?
Go ahead.
This is my point. That billionaire white boy knows money ain't nothing. That's why he wears fucking airwalks on his feet and doesn't wear a bunch of bullshit on his hands because he doesn't feel like he has to prove the money. So when we say money ain't nothing, you can ask anybody with money. Dog, money ain't nothing. I call my partners right now. Mad houses, mad cribs. We get money every day. Money ain't shit to us. That's why when you get financial literacy, you'll understand about good debt, bad debt, right? Assets, liability, right? You understand money really ain't shit like that. It ain't. It's not to be praised, sister, but I definitely understand where you're coming from. I believe you are an intelligent sister. I got a lot of respect for you, and I understand where you're coming from, right? But to me, that's a contradiction. That's just all I'm saying.
So let me please let me get this. First of all, when I said the only people who say money doesn't mean anything is broke people. First of all, I didn't attach a color to that. Second of all, I didn't say everybody.
Okay.
I didn't say everybody. The people who do say that, can I finish, please?
No, I said that's true.
The people who do, But the people who do say that are broke people. I didn't say all broke people say it, and I didn't say black. I said people. Now, here's the thing. Oftentimes, because we come from nothing, really, a lot of us come from nothing. When we feel like we've gotten things, really the only real integration, and still that's not even to that level, but the only real integration or acceptance of that is the power to go buy. Black folk, when they have the money to go buy, like you say, yellow diamonds and these sorts of things, when they have the money to go get the new whatever, they go get it because that makes them feel like this is something, because this is something that white people can have as well. This is something that they can afford. So I'm going to get it. This brings value to me. Okay. So the value system is also very important. That value system is important with wealthy people, right? Because no, Bill Gates doesn't have to walk around with some damn Jordans, the limited edition, this and that with gold on them. He doesn't have to do that. He can wear some damn whatever shoes. But guess what though? But guess what though? He got everything he don't have to worry about scraping and scrounging. He has houses all around the world. He's able to send his children to have the best education. He's able to have generational wealth, knowing his grandchildren, great down the line is going to all be taken care of. He has the ability to have a set life where he is not worried about no damn how he going to pay his water bill. So he doesn't have to walk around with no whatever shoes on. He can wear whatever. So that's his value system. His value system, more or less, is to have the comfort to know that I have money. Everything I have is taken care of. His value, people know who he is. He don't have to be flashy. People know that's damn Bill Gates.
No, I got you.
So
no,
it's
that makes sense.
Value system, but here's the thing. When I say only broke people say that, it's because a lot of times we look at the conditions that we are in, especially Black people being at the bottom economically, and we see that so many of our issues do have a connection to economics. Okay, so you have, for instance, I'll give you an example. You have a lot of sisters out here who are single mothers who have children who are struggling. They're working a 9 to 5, trying to make the ends meet, and guess what? Some of them even qualify for food stamps. These women are underemployed because they're working, but they don't make enough money to provide for their home. You have brothers out here hustling, doing what they can do to try to bring money to take care of their families, their children, and themselves. You have Black people wondering how I'm gonna pay the rent this week, how I'm gonna put gas in my car, how I'm gonna have food on the table. These are economic issues connected to it. So a lot of times people think if I have the money, my problems will be solved. Because so many of their problems are economic in nature. So that's why I say a lot of times are the ones who say money isn't everything, because on the flip side of that coin are people who kind of try to make themselves feel better maybe about the condition that they're in and say things like money doesn't mean anything. Oh, I have love, or I have this. It's two sides of the coin. So that's all I'm saying. And in terms of, like I said, people who have money, they don't have to say they have money. They don't have to show you. You talking about these rappers, like you said, you know, people who have been millionaires.
That's where the contradiction comes in at. That's what I'm telling you.
Because they probably didn't invest their money or do certain things to hold on to it, because that goes back again. So we want to feel like we can have what white people with money have. And so that money then slips through your hands. That's why Bill Gates and whoever else know it's more important for me to invest. It's more important for me to have things that are going to acquire more wealth, that are going to build wealth and not diminish wealth. So it's a lot more, elements to that.
Yeah, no. I totally agree with you. But like I say, to me, in my observation, like I said, to me, more rich people say that than broke people. Broke people always got money on their mind, but never in their pocket. You know what I'm saying? I remember Lil Duval made a joke about that shit. You know what I'm saying? But I listen. I respect where you're coming from on that shit. And like I say, racism does exist. White privilege sort of exists, but at the end of the day,
what do you mean by sort? Okay, so let me ask you this.
Hold on. Let me say what I'm gonna say. At the end of the day, if you ain't got $1 million, that's your fault. I'm not gonna blame the white man for not having $1 million. Like that's not what I want to put in my nephew's mind. That's not what I want to put in the brothers and sisters' mind, that you need to blame somebody else because you don't have a white dollar that's made up anyway. Like, this shit is some bullshit. You know what I
But
mean?
see, that's the thing that consistently gets me is when I hear black folks who talk about stop blaming a white man or we don't need to blame. But these people never have all of this wealth or all of these other things that, like, when I speak about what white supremacy does as far as holding us back and created black people as being a permanent underclass, and of course mass incarcerates black people, and of course, you know, our household wealth is $5,000 compared to the average black household wealth is $5,000 compared to the average household wealth for white people is over $100,000.
Right.
That is not because we're lazy. That's not because niggas don't want nothing. It's not because niggas blame the white man. It's a whole lot of things that play there. And it's not as if black people woke up today.
Yeah, your mic going out, Queen. I think a mic went out. Did a mic go out to that? Or am I tripping? Yo. Yeah, I think a mic went out. Let me see. Oh, okay. Send the Google Hangout link. Yo, chat room, did her mic go out or am I tripping?
Nah, her mic went out.
Okay. Hey, sister, please refresh, and come back in. Yo, Patah, I'm gonna send you the Hangout link. I don't know how the fuck. Hey, yo, Javen, put the what a Hangout link. Let me see something. But nah, she definitely got a great point. But if you ain't got $1 million, that's on you, man. I don't want to blame the white man because you ain't got $1 million or we ain't got $1 million. I don't think that's the right attitude to have, outlook on life. That's just me. You know what I mean? And of course, now I'm gonna let her come back before you know what I mean. Hey, yo, sister, if you could refresh. Shout out to the people in the box too, man. Shout out to Patah. Shout out to my brother T Duck, always getting the girls. Now let me quiet down for his girl again, man. That boy gonna pull him. But nah, man, all I'm saying is, man, I don't think we need to blame white people for every problem we got, bro. That's it. Hey, look, it's all in your hand. It's in your hand. Because if the people in the box look up a movie called The Founder, you'll see Ray Kroc took McDonald's from 2 white men. So they cutthroat to their own people, right? He gave them $1 million a piece for McDonald's, right? Now, he was worth what, 500 million when he died? Like some crazy number. What's McDonald's worth? Crazy. His wife donated like 1.6 billion to the Salvation Army. So, you know, they cut their own throat. They got to hustle. I think we are responsible for what we get or what we don't get. You know what I mean? Of course, there may be roadblocks there, but I do believe we should take it in our own hand to build instead of keep blaming. I get what white people did, but it's a lot of them suffering right now. A lot of them don't even like the fact that Donald Trump, musty ass, is in the White House right now, today. You see what I'm saying? They not all balling, fam. You see? You know, so if we're going to say, why ain't T Duck a millionaire? Okay, why Billy Ray Bob in the trailer park ain't a millionaire? Since he just has this magic white power to just be wealthy. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that white supremacy don't exist. I ain't saying none of that shit, bro. That's why I say the sister has some great points, man. I think I might went out. She's going to come back in. But let me get Patah in here. Hey, yo, Javen, if you could, put the Hangout link in the box or send it to me on G-Chat. Because Patah trying to get in here, man. What they saying in the box, man?
Oh, I can't call it. I can't see it myself.
Yeah, man. Shout out to the people in the box. But you know what I'm saying, T Duck. Like,
peace.
Listen, hey, Javen, if you could, bro, send me the I need the link sent to my email. I'm trying to send it to Patah.
I'm gonna put it in the chat. You can just click it from the chat.
Is he in the chat, Patah?
I'm gonna put it in there right now. I just got back. Where did the sister go?
I guess her mic messed up.
Oh.
That spanked again. Because we're not playing. Nah. But she definitely has some great points. We have to become responsible for ourselves. You know, if Javen say he a gym teacher, right? If he don't go out there and put some apps in or get out there and get busy in the workplace, should he just sit at home and blame the white man because he doesn't make his 100,000 a year, or his, you know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Like, come on, dog. Eventually, you gotta look in the mirror and say, man, it's me. It's at some point in your life. You know what I'm saying?
You know what it is though? It's
Go ahead,
not.
bro.
It's not mutually exclusive. I think that's how we be getting into these arguments, because we all agree with each other, but it's just that we pick one side or the other. When some people will say A and some people will say B, when it's not A or B, it's A and B. It's
right.
both. Like,
I got you.
Does racism exist? Yes. But if you sit on your ass all day, you ain't gonna get nothing, no matter if racism exists or not.
Or not. Thank you. Come on.
No matter
what are you talking about?
You ain't gonna get nothing. It's like this. I tell people like this. It's like this. It's like in a fight. If we got somebody who coming and punching you in the face every day,
right?
Is that person in the wrong? Yes. Are you are a victim. You didn't do nothing to this person. You don't deserve it. You don't deserve nothing he's doing to you. But at the end of the day, you have to fight back. You just can't keep getting punched in the face every day.
But guess what? This is what we don't understand. We still think we need to be
something. And that's how that's true. White supremacy. Because racism is punching black people in the face every day, yes. But you're gonna have to fight back. You're gonna have to try to do something to better yourself. You just can't stay there and sit there and say, this ain't fair, this ain't right. All right, we know it ain't fair, we know it ain't right, but you gotta make something happen.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. Like I even though I kind of missed the conversation, I'm pretty sure that's what y'all both trying to say. That y'all both agree with each other. It's just that you're not together.
Can you send me the link to my email? I just put it in the box.
I'm gonna send you the email right now.
Patah trying to come in. He a moderator for SETI. Shout out to Patah, man, trying to come in. But nah, Javen, you saying some real shit, bro. I'm just saying I'm taking a stand for myself. Like, I don't have to blame her. Like, okay, because you ain't got $1 million. The white man did that. Really? I can't believe she came with that argument. Where's she at? Baby girl need to come back. Like, come on, dog. Talking about, so if you're not a millionaire, it's the white man's fault. Like, what's going on, dog? White man ain't that powerful, man. I'm sorry, dog. I don't believe that shit. And I don't think you need to put that in your kid's mind every day, because eventually he gonna see that white man and start thinking, damn, the king is in front of my face. Like, oh, hell no, you tripping, man. I don't want my motherfucking son and nephew to be thinking, well, I ain't got no son, but boy, my unborn, I don't want to think that shit. Nah, I want you to see T Duck and say, wow, that's the king right there. Yeah, that's exactly. Shit. Regardless, if he got $1 or $1 million, that's a king. You feel me? That's how I want you to think. I don't want you to think, oh, just because he got $1 million and he gonna die tomorrow. Like I say, death make us all even in the end. Death makes us all even, and somehow we don't see that. We think, oh, he got $1 million and you got 100,000. He's better than you. No, dog. Y'all both on. And then people like to say, oh, he's on another level. So what level is he on? What is his feet on? His feet isn't on solid ground. He's not gonna die. What are you talking about? Death make us all even in the end. So the money argument, it was a nice try. I get where she was coming from. You know, I respect it. You know what I mean? But if you got a roof over your head and you warm and you got some lights on and you got a girl to rub on, you're doing better than a lot of Americans right now. If you just got a house right now, you're doing better than a lot of white people. Pull up homeless white people in Seattle in these different places. Like, come on, dog. We got opportunities, but we just, you know, all I'm saying, I love the pro-black community. You know that, T-Duck. I'm just saying it need to be a little bit more solution driven. We know the problem. Now, what is the solution? Is there a solution?
But the crazy thing about it, if I may say, is that we're richer than we think we are. I forgot the brother that did the show on it, but only it's like if you take out all these great economical countries, the rest of the world has only 9% of the wealth spread out amongst it. It's this one place in Kazakhstan or some shit like that that's in Russia. Well, you know how Russia broke up, so it's all those little crazy places. You know how much a doctor makes there? $13 an hour.
Damn.
But you know, the cost of living is so low, and that's like big money to them. And it's just like, it's crazy. Like in certain poor places, like they wouldn't even fathom having clean water getting flushed down a commode. Like they never seen that. Like you would amaze them by showing them clean water.
Exactly. Like
Getting,
what?
like you got to understand the wealth is hoarded, and we're a part of that. Even though we get treated like shit, we are still a part of that system compared to the rest of the world that has to share only 9% of the wealth.
Word. Facts.
So they don't even know we on the same side.
And then we love to talk about these black governments and how we need to do this or that, but then to turn around and talk about Haiti and say they dollar ain't worth shit. Hold on. Ain't that an all black country? Ain't Haiti?
Did you get it?
Yeah, I sent it to Patah. Yo, yeah, put it in the box again if you could too, bro. I'm gonna put it in the box. Shout out to the box, man. Shout out to everybody too. But but you feel what I'm saying, bro? Like I'm just saying, I just want to take responsibility for myself. That's all. So having is right. You know, it ain't A or B, it's both. You know, I agree with some points she was making too. You know what I mean? I just saying I'm
trying to show people, because I'm like, it's not one or the other. It's not. We gotta remember, it's both. We gotta remember, we are being oppressed, but that does not give you an out for not doing nothing. You can be facing obstacles in your life, but just because you got obstacles in your life in front of you doesn't mean you can't make nothing happen.
And to add on to to add on to that, we're conscious, right? Answer this, Javen. Why does consciousness mean you have to constantly be in a state of disarray or be mad all the time? Shouldn't you be aware of the good and the bad? Why is consciousness only being aware of the bad?
I don't see it that way. I see some people promoting that, but I don't see it that way, because I think that's how a lot of people started not liking me in the beginning, because I used to promote to people that, listen, it's bad out here, but it's not as bad as you think, and we can make some things happen. We can make some things happen. We can get some money. We can do things. We can do things for ourselves. And people was basically not liking that, because it was like, I don't do the woe is me thing. I talk about racism and all that other stuff, but I also come at the end with this is how we can get out of it. It ain't to just sitting around crying all day. We're gonna find out what's happening so we know how to defeat it. Just like on a football game, you find out what plays they running so you could come up with a scheme to defeat it. That's it. That's the only reason I talk about what's bad happened, so we know what's going on, so we know how to deal with it. Not so we can sit back and cry, not so we can say white people need to do this or do that. No, because they're not going to do it. Like, I'm sorry, whoever hearing my voice, white people are never going to give up their power to you. You're going to have to come up and try to find a way to get some power of your own, and you're going to have to start trying to find out how to snatch the levers of power from them.
That's fact.
Just say, you know what, we've been fucking you over for 500 years. It's your turn. That ain't going to happen. That ain't never happened in history, and it ain't going to happen for us.
But guess what? When they had nothing, when the cracker had nothing, did he sit around and just talk about they have nothing? Did they just sit around and throw a pity party? They came and got your black ass. What the fuck? They came and got our ancestors and our people. You kind of get where I'm coming from? Like,
I know. That's
they didn't just sit in the pain. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, you go ahead.
No, I'm just saying they just sit in the pain and just dwell in it. Like, I don't think we should dwell in it. I think we should learn the system, learn the game, and take over the game the same way. Take our shit back. But you started out as a king. You started out as kings. You started out as royalty. But now psychologically, see, the chains are off you, but now they're on your mind. So you still haven't became a king mentally. Even though everybody want to say they know we started all the religions, we were kings, we had the empires, we created the pyramids, you're still thinking like a fucking slave. You still didn't leave the mentality. I mean, you didn't leave the plantation in your brain. Psychologically, you're still on a fucking plantation. That's all I'm saying. If you're going to take it all the way back, take it all the way back. You feel me? I just feel like black liberation, if you liberated as a black man, you should be talking like me. You should be talking about, oh yeah, bro, they got us down bad. Fuck that. We kings, bro. That's what I'm just saying. If you know the history of us having, why ain't we saying we kings more? Why ain't we saying we gods more? Why ain't we saying we the original man? We can make all type of money. We can make all type of play. We smarter than these people. Why we ain't saying that if we conscious and we aware of where we came from?
I don't know. I've been wondering that myself. Because ever since I came into the information, I've been saying stuff like that. Like, I greet the people as kings, queens, brothers, sisters.
Exactly.
Well, however you want to be. If you got if you gave yourself a title, I'm rocking with it. You the prince, you the prince. You the princess, you the princess. If you the god, you the god.
Exactly. Word. Exactly. You T-Duck. What's up, king? Word. That's what I'm saying. But it ain't enough to just say it. Like, do we believe it? Do we believe it? You get what I'm saying? Yo.
That's deep right there.
Yeah, but you get what I'm saying, bro. Like, do we really believe that shit, or we just saying some shit to just
sound good?
Exactly. Like, damn, I'm the coon, but I'm the one that believe it us the most. But I'm the Uncle Tom, though. I get it. Okay. So I'm really not. But I'm saying, I swear to God, I see people in the other box or whatever. Oh, he talking cool like a coon, or how am I talking like a coon? Like, nah, dog. I'm talking like a king, fam. I'm talking like royalty, like all our brothers is.
You know what's so crazy?
Nah. Yeah.
You're talking like somebody who trying to as a revolutionary. That's what you really want to talking like.
Thank you, bro.
Example before, because like I said, I didn't know black people had history before, but I definitely knew white people had history.
And I heard you say that too. I heard you,
of how they got free. Remember, America used to be a British colony. But America's its own country now. How did that happen? It was people sitting around saying, we oppressed, they ruling over us, they taking our money, they taxing us without representation. We got to get up out of this.
Facts.
We our own people. We don't belong to them. We not they subjects. We independent, and we gonna take it back.
See,
that's the message I'm trying to bring to people. If we the kings and queens that you say we are, then it's time that then we start taking shit back, start moving.
Right, and rise up. But guess what? You know why I sound like a coon to niggas? Because they've been brainwashed into fear. Why have they been brainwashed into fear? Because fear is what's gonna make your oppressor the most money. And sometimes your oppressor black like you. Oh, that hit you hard, right? Some of these people that make these videos and out here on the front line, they want you to be scared. Because that's how they're gonna keep you on their platforms, because you scared. See, but if I come to liberate you and tell you the truth, I don't care if you go out and make $1 million. Because I'm not trying to control you. I want you to think you're the greatest. You the best, right? But then somehow we think the conscious community is different from the church when they both operate in our fear. This is just, I'm saying, if you really think about what I just said, it'll make sense to you tomorrow. Like facts.
No, I hear what you're saying. That's what I'm saying. I promote this to the people. That's why people call me coon. I now know what you're talking about, because people call me coon. People said I was a coon when I was telling when I was getting on people for being flip-floppy and wish-washy and trying to scaremonger and trying to keep black people in the worst position, so you could just tell them how bad they are, how
exactly
bad they and woe is me, because people like a pity party. I'm not with the
and guess what? I can't sell you my fake water unless I make you believe the water you drinking is fucked up, right? You know what I'm saying? See, that's why I say, if you think of everything economically, you'll find out the truth in everything. If you think everything economically, what is this person gaining off doing this? See, what am I gaining off telling you, black man, you a king? Black man, you can do whatever you want to do. Black man, don't believe in that. Go ahead and do your thing, my nigga. And if it don't work, come back to me. We'll find a plan. We're going to make it work. What if Harriet Tubman thought like these people? She would have never created the Underground Railroad. She would have just kept saying, oh, we in slavery, we in slavery, we in slavery. I would have been a nigga like, hey, bro, we just as good as them, fam. Man, you tripping. I would have been that dude. This is facts, bro.
Hey, King, real quick, and we don't know how to.
The sister trying to come back in too, T-Duck. Go ahead, bro.
I was gonna say, it ain't that I don't want to make a blanket statement like we don't know how to be real. I just think some people just don't know the protocol, rules, and regulations. It's like, for example, me and King could have a fist fight, beat the shit out of one another. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But we walk up in the club or whatever, just right after the fight. You know what I'm saying? I'm not about to dirty Mac my bruh, even though I may be like, fuck this motherfucker, I can't wait till we get back outside round 2. But like if a female approach me and be like, yeah, who that dude? Like, fuck him. Like, you ain't, I'm checking you, sister. Like, I'm not having that. Like, somebody be like, oh, fuck King. Nah, I'm not having that. We about to link up like Voltron. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It's like, we got to understand the petty differences can't destroy a bond that's for real. That's why I be looking at some of these cats and be like, man, y'all can't be for real. Because if you was, you wouldn't be at your brother like that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I love that you be exposing that, Javen. Like you be separating these ones that posture like they real, but we see they whole foundation is shaky. And King, you just stay solid no matter. I seen you in a couple spots. Like I say, you be running through them buildings like, but you come out the back door. When he come out the back door, it's the same King that walked in that front door. And I salute him for that.
Appreciate that, bro. But I ain't saying that. I ain't saying that wrong, man. I'm just saying how I feel, bro. And I want to see us win, man. But I see how you can look like a coon to a bunch of people that's, you know, brainwashed. Same way you look crazy walking in the church telling people, I don't think this story is real. See, think about that. How brainwashed are they to tell you, hey, nah, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know, I expected though, T-Duck, whatever. I'm always stand on my square, bro. You know what I mean? But I'm like this, hey, yo, having bullets. He said he a gym teacher. Yo, bro, they ain't hire you at the one school. Hey, fam, let's go to the next school. See, they don't do that. They gonna say, see, man, the white man systematically got you. He got you under oppression at this school, brother. I'm not gonna say that to you. I'm gonna say, bro, let's go to
rob his bank.
Hey, for real, bro. Like, what the fuck, bro? Come on, man. All I'm saying, I just, like I say, black love matters. Black liberation matters. I mean, look, you could have told that to Marcus Garvey. Yeah, you ain't never about to take all these black people back to Africa. You sound like a coon. I bet somebody told him that. You sound crazy. You know, I thought about that. The man in the car, the man creating the car looked crazy to the man on the horse. What, you about to take a car? Nigga, we out here riding horses. Oh, you know what I'm saying? I'm the dude trying to create the car, bro. How can I free my people? That's all I'm saying, T-Dog. That's all, bro. But I don't care. I'm always stand on my square, bro. You know what I mean? But I guarantee, if I started a group, we be camming up, having a good time, and niggas to see us like, damn, them boys owning houses, getting their credit together. You know what I'm saying? They out here making moves out here. Plus, they black power. But it ain't gonna be every time we cam up, we crying and singing Kumbaya, we shall overcome, bro. I'm not with that shit. That's just me, bro. You know what I mean? What you think, T?
Yeah, that's dope, man. We just gotta be solid. We gotta. It's just hard to explain sometimes. It's just the solidarity gotta be there, man. It's just like you can't be petty. It's gotta be for real. You gotta be genuine. You know what I'm saying? And you really, like you said, you really gotta approach it like, how can I make this man better? You know what I'm saying? Without compromising our integrity, without compromising, you know what I'm saying, our livelihoods and all that other, like, it really, like, we only get one shot at this life, and we gotta
thank
really protect the
you,
babies.
We get one shot and we gonna waste the shot talking about how oppressed we are. I'm gonna say, yo, Javen, you got that check, fam? Hey, yo, bro, why don't you get you a trade line? Hey, fam, why don't you understand that a house that you live in, that you own, is more of a liability than an asset? It's an asset to the bank. How long is your mortgage? When do you plan to move? Why can't I put him on some real game and build him up? You know what I'm saying? We're going to spend our life just talking about oppression. That ain't my calling, fam. But you know what? I ain't never worked a day in my life, so maybe I'm different. I'm the kid that ain't going to school, but everybody in school looking at me like, oh, you dumb. Because you know what I'm saying? You ain't going to school. Fam, we ain't learning nothing in that motherfucker, fam. We ain't learning nothing in this motherfucker. That's all I'm saying, bro. Like, I get it. We were slaves and all that shit. Okay, slavery over now. What we gonna do now? Because Booker T and them niggas had colleges. Are we gonna act like it ain't mansions right here in Atlanta that black people had straight out of slavery? Niggas got mansions out here. You know what I'm saying? And here we is, 2017, crying about some shit. When we gonna get our, nigga, let's go get our mansion, bro. I'm in a condo right now. What's popping? You in an apartment? You know what I'm saying? You in a condo, you in your crib. Why we can't get more cribs? What's the problem? Can you tell me that, Javen? Can anybody in the box tell me that? If we could put the link in the chat room. Why black folks can't have things?
We can have things. We gotta make sure when we get it, and we gotta make sure we stay vigilant. Because you know, if you getting stuff, somebody gonna try to take it. I think
can't nobody take nothing if you got your paperwork right, you got your shit right. They can't just come take your shit, bro.
This is what I'm saying. I'm saying that people don't like you. People won't want to try to bring you down, but you got to have your steps right. That's what I'm saying. You got to have, you get whatever you going to get, but we got to make sure we have our steps right and we protect it and we don't let nobody trick us out of our spot, because that's the biggest issue with black people. We get tricked out of our spot. When we get shit, we let people trick us into giving it to them.
That's facts. That's facts. Not just man, look up the lost black towns, Seneca Village in Detroit. Seneca Village in New York City, which is now Central Park, and where Jerry Seinfeld and them people live. Rich neighborhood, was all black hood. We got tricked out of that. Look at Weeksville. Weeksville is Brooklyn right now. That's where all the black people moved to New York City, and they got tricked out of that shit in Brooklyn. You know, even Black Wall Street, a lot of people don't even know that story, don't even know how when they said y'all free to shop anywhere, segregation is over, we turned on our own people. We didn't even shop with our own people. So when we were free to shop, we went to the white man's shop. We went everywhere. You know what I'm saying? All I'm saying is learn the game, play the game better than anybody else. I'm not negating what Miss Legit saying or nobody else. I'm just saying let's learn the game.
Don't start that. Don't start that, Hornet's Nest. Hey. It's all love. Let me just say real quick, but do you know what the KKK did? They rallied up 3,000 Klansmen to attack them. They had a whole community had to go up against 3,000 armed men. That's crazy.
Damn.
They don't tell us that part about the story.
Yeah, I ain't heard that either.
Court. Yeah, they that's what happened. They didn't just approach them like, we're going to burn your shit down. It was the neighboring communities. They actually petitioned and built up a 3,000 strong army.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Shout out to Miss Legit. She back in, too.
Yeah, I've been trying to get back in for a minute. It dropped me. And then I kept trying to click the link, but then when you just put it back in there, this last time I clicked it and let me back in. So.
I'm glad she said that, y'all, because I want her in here. I ain't trying to, you know what I mean? I love this sister Bill. You know what I mean?
What was you saying?
No, I was giving you mad credit. I'm just saying I just don't want the pity party no more. I want black people to believe in themselves. I said I would be the one on the plantation saying, yo, bro, we just as good as these white people. And people would be looking at me like, yo, you're fucking crazy, bro. You don't understand. No, I do understand. Let's go out here and let's go. Because if Harriet Tubman thought like a lot of black people, she wouldn't have never freed the people. She said it. I could have freed more slaves. I could have freed more, right? But if they knew they were enslaved, and I feel like a lot of people in the conscious community are enslaved to this whole oppression mentality. I really do. And I'm trying to free my people from this mentality. And I'm not saying that it don't exist. I'm saying if Miss Legit goes to one job and they don't accept her, hey, let's go to the next job, queen. Let's go to the next. Let's go to the next. Let's go to the next. I'm not just going to say systematically, see, sister, they have you under oppression. I'm not going to do that.
That's not being honest. That's not being honest.
I'm not going to do that because guess why?
Why is the expectation? See, this is my problem with that.
But that is honest, though. How is it not honest? How is it not honest?
This is my problem with that.
Okay.
It's because, okay, on the one hand, it's like you saying, yes, white supremacy and all of these things exist, but so what?
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can still make it, and that's just not true. And I'm gonna give you the example.
And I'm gonna give you an example why it is true.
Wait, hold on. You just said here. You just said here how, you can go to the next job and the next job and the next job. And and this is what's happening to our people, going to the next job, and the next job, and the next job, and not getting hired at the next job and the next job and the next job. And then my other problem with that is why is the expectation always that black people should have to work 10 times hard? Like, that's okay for black.
I don't think you should work harder.
Like, hold on, please. Can I just finish what I'm saying? For black people to have to work harder than other people. Like we gotta work 10 times as hard. And it's not the fact of saying that we are a hardworking people, period. Okay, you have Black folk, and this happens all the time. You have Black people who are working at McDonald's, because people always say, well, get a job somewhere, do something. You have Black people working at McDonald's, grown Black people trying to provide for their children. And guess what happens? You could get these white pole trash people come in McDonald's, and they will make them a damn manager before they ever make any of them hardworking Black people a damn manager. Same thing with Walmart, same things with a lot of these places. And this idea that Black people are at this position because they don't work hard is bullshit. Excuse my French. And this idea that Black people are in these particular conditions because we don't want better is bullshit. A lot of this is based upon not only what you know, but who you know. The connections you have is based upon nepotism. Do you not think that white people who get in certain positions, they have friends and family members and everything else? So when it's time for their children to get into different programs or get different positions and things at other places, they're going to have a better shot. And not only that, if you honestly think a white person and a Black person, both credentialed, coming in to apply for the same job, guess what? A Black person may get it, but guess why they may get it? Because if they have a certain quota, or something, they may feel possibly. But if we're doing it just on a level playing field, we know damn well the white person gonna get that job. I've had it happen to me. I've seen it happen to people all the time throughout my life. I've seen it happen. I've seen how hard my parents had to work for years before they made it to be management supervisor. My dad works in a hospital. My mom works as a court administrator. I've seen how hard, and they have good jobs for Black people. For people in general, they have good jobs, but they had to go through so much hell, and having white people under them, white people try to go over their head all the time. White people would not want to listen to my parents. People have tried to go and lie on my mom and white folks did the same thing to my dad. Like, it's a lot of hell that Black people catch in general. And so to just give this idea that it's about Black people being lazy, or we blaming white people, and we don't want nothing, that's not true. It's not true.
And listen, I totally agree with you. Okay, go ahead, bro.
Oh no, I yield, man. I was just gonna say something real quick. I can wait.
No, go, bro. Go.
I was just gonna say, like, for me, I work hard. Like, I'm just looking at the avatar. I can only imagine if I had something like you, I'm gonna be working hard, because it's like I'm representing you. I'm representing our kids. It's just like I know when I get home, like, like that's that energy. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's that energy. You don't understand that power y'all have on us. I only wish. I mean, I understand what you're saying, but like, when it comes to a man, sometimes we be working hard because we happy with what we got at home.
Right. And I'm not saying nothing about that. I'm just saying, like, in terms of what we up against. You feel me? And like, for instance, you can see how Trump was able to get in because he played upon white people's their hatred toward Black people and Muslims and Mexicans or whatever, and he played on all that. And so the people who voted for him are the poor white people. This man was born with a damn gold spoon in his mouth, okay? And white people, like, this man don't know a damn thing about struggling or living paycheck to paycheck, or dealing with different bills or dealing with different economic issues. He has no clue. This man was born wealthy, okay? So therefore, he has no real understanding of a lot of their issues. However, they were willing to vote for him and support him simply because he's a white supremacist, and simply because they felt like whatever he was going to do was going to be hard on the niggas, and thus it's going to be a good thing for them. White people will settle for having less pay, for having worse conditions, if it means going upside Black people's head. That's just the truth. And when you were saying earlier about the poor white people versus poor Black people, see, it just goes to show you, when you look back at Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., and he was trying to do the poor people's campaign. but it shows you they have this thing now called intersectionality. So where it's supposed to be where different quote unquote minorities or different people in different economic conditions or whatever, different groups of people have something, some area where they have something in common. So if we did it for blacks and whites, if we did it, the something we have in common is the economic issues. White people still show you that they will not align with black people, even when it's about the common economic state we may share. They don't give a damn. So this idea of black people having any concern about poor white people and what they go through, it's ridiculous to me. I think that's so the problem is us focusing on what everybody else, what's happening to them. I just was this brother was just talking about this. White people are poor too. White people catching hell. Who gives a damn? Because at the end of the day, them same white people you call yourself defending voted for Trump. At the end of the day, them same damn white people will put a bullet in your head. At the end of the day, them same damn white people will let you get beat or hurt and not say a damn thing and never. They're the same ones who sent money to Darren Wilson, to the white boy Dylan Roof, try to send money to his family. The same people, and we caring about them.
How is that caring about somebody by stating the obvious? I don't understand. But listen,
that's showing you have a concern there.
No, it's not. But okay. Listen, no, not to me. It's stating the obvious. That's like saying, "Oh, this is a beautiful sister." Like it ain't that serious to me. You just a beautiful sister. Like it's okay. I look at John Doe in the box, and he said, "Black people are trained to do something. White people are trained to be something." I wrote that down because that's powerful. Black people are trained to do something. White people are trained to be something. Wow. Powerful. It's very, very, very powerful information in that box. You know what I mean? That goes against everything Miss Legit says. Right? But I got love for the sister.
Everything that I said.
I got love for the sister. This is the stuff.
Trained by? Who are
this
we
is the stuff
by?
I be exactly. But guess what? That's why I be telling people. That's why I be telling people I'm not trained by nobody. I've never worked a day in my life for no white man. I never worked a job, and guess what? I've been free. That's why I can. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. Hold on. Can I see? I'll let you talk. I didn't interrupt you. Go ahead, Queen. Go ahead.
Now, go ahead. I'm gonna hear this. You about to say you never worked a day in your life.
I never worked a day in my life. No. And when you say about your parents and all that, guess what? My parents don't even agree with everything I say because they blind to the truth too. Yes, they blind to the truth too. What is it? 85% is deaf, dumb, and blind. I don't expect everybody to know the truth. See, but I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm going to tell you. This is why, see, I listen to black people and I listen to some white people videos, and they say the most successful people are problem solvers. It's not the smart who get ahead, but the bold. So if they thinking like this, hold on. The most successful people are problem solvers. I'm identifying the problem, telling you the solution is you. That faith in yourself is the solution. That's what I'm telling you. Because if you look at the movie called The Founder about Ray Kroc that took McDonald's from the McDonald's brothers, it was impossible for him to get McDonald's from them. But guess what he did? Guess what he did? He started McDonald's Corporation and called them and said, "Dog, I own y'all shit. I give y'all $1 million a piece." And they came up with McDonald's. They the McDonald's brothers. So successful people are solution-driven people, problem solvers. That's all I'm here to do. Bring the light to us. Let's take back what they stole from us. Because if they would have thought like us, they would have never came and got us and brought us over here. They would have just sat on that boat and said, "Man, we under oppression, man. We fucked up, bro. We ain't got nobody to work for us. These Indians telling us we need to pray to the stars and the moon." They would still be on the boat right now. Facts.
Okay, so I have a proposition for you.
Okay.
To be a solution, solution based and to be a problem solver.
Okay. What?
And I really need you to do this because we know what's going on with our community. And
Facts.
You said that you could be a millionaire tomorrow. So what I want to ask you to do is become a millionaire tomorrow.
Okay.
And since you don't care about the money, can you take that $1 million and put it up so we can build something with it for our community? We can start maybe give out some loans with that $1 million.
Definitely. Why not?
Loans.
Why wouldn't we do that?
Millionaire tomorrow. No. You said you can be a millionaire tomorrow.
No, I said, why wouldn't I
if
do
you
that?
chose to. Okay, then I'll hit you up tomorrow.
Yeah, what's
And
wrong with
you
that?
said,
Like, and guess what? And guess what? Here we go, people. Put a 1 in the box if you got $10 in your pocket. Put a 1 in the box if you got If you got $10 or more in your pocket, put a 1 in the box. If I see some people put a 1 in the box, if you got more than $10 in your pocket, right?
Count.
Hey, even food stamps. If you got more than $10 in your pocket, put a 1 in the box. Okay. Now hold on. Okay, John Doe. Now, John Doe, listen to this. There's houses in Detroit for as low as $10. Why do you got to wait till you get $1 million? There's houses right now for $1,200.
How many do you own?
$10. Oh, we got like 5 properties there. Me and my partner, Jalamone, and we got a clothing store in the Bronx, New York City called Johnny Rags. Look it up, Johnny Rags NYC. And we got a store and we got a location in Detroit called Johnny Rags as well. Pull it up.
Okay, so you have locations for us then to
exactly. We already renting houses out, so I can get more houses to do whatever I want to do for you. I just came into this community.
Can I make a quick observation?
Go ahead.
Real quick, y'all. I swear, if I didn't know either one of y'all, I would swear y'all was an old married couple. Y'all need to build. Y'all gotta balance this out.
Hey, man, listen.
My eye.
Hey, listen, I agree with him, man. I agree with a lot of points. I'm just solution driven. And that's why a lot of people don't like me at the same time. But I'm like, yo, why don't you like me when I'm coming up with the solution? That's what you should want.
Write the check, though.
Exactly. No, that's
a lot of our issues are.
What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? But guess what? But hold on. But that's the problem. You're writing check to people that are poor mentally. You need financial literacy to understand how to even maneuver with this check that I give you. That's the problem. That's the problem. No, I don't have to be that. But guess what? I got bread though, and I can give bread out, and I have, and all of my people have.
But another,
we got houses.
Can I get a loan to start my foundation?
You're damn right. Let us know.
From Black girl age 11 through 19.
Email me. Why not?
Hey.
Why not, bro? Hey, let me tell you something.
Okay.
Hey, let me tell you something. I've already did the impossible. I know 1 million niggas that rap. Everybody do. I signed the Def Jam out of 1 million niggas in Detroit. It's 1 million cats in New York right there with the label. And me and my brother signed from Windham, Ohio to Montgomery, Alabama to Atlanta in New York City. So I beat 1 million cats out already. I've seen my dream come true already. This other shit is extra. I know you can do the impossible because ain't nothing impossible because death make us all even in the end. That's why we got to quit looking at money and look in the mirror and say, yo, that's a queen right there. That's why I say it's so easy to say, oh, we come from kings and queens. We're from West Africa. We're from the Mali Empire. But psychologically, you're a fucking slave. You haven't left the plantation yet because you're still talking about the oppression and the cracker whipping you on the back. Dog, come on, bro. Become an intellectual. I dare you. I dare you. I dare you to become an intellectual.
King, this is the thing. This is
not you. I'm not attacking you, sister. I'm not attacking you.
No. I'm not. I don't feel like you're attacking me, and I didn't say no. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that I honestly feel like, and I know sometimes when I say this, I feel like people don't take it the right way, but we have been taught. You know how you were just saying somebody put in the thing. Black people were taught to be something.
Taught to do something, and white people are taught to be something.
Okay. Well, I feel like we're taught to have this positive type of view. Okay. And I feel like that's complete and utter bull.
Where they at though? I don't see them.
I feel like that. The reason I feel like that is, and I consider myself a realist, and I consider myself as seeing things as they actually are and not as I hope that they would be. Okay. But dealing with the truth of what's really going on.
Okay.
The truth is, when we talk in terms of money and economics, the truth is that Black people are a permanent underclass, the permanent underclass in America. The truth is that in 1860, Black people owned 0.5% of the wealth in America. In 2017, Black people own 0.5% of the wealth in America. Okay. The truth is that much of what we are shown as in people, quote, making it, that these people are already bought and paid for, that these people are typically in the entertainment industry in some form of fashion, be it, you know, rappers, music,
that's fact.
athletes,
Sports.
etc. And so you have the illusion of inclusion. And with integration came the illusion of inclusion. So if we give you a couple of people who showed to have, quote, made it, then now, and Neely Fuller talks about this, the racial showcasing. And they show you supposedly somebody who's made it, and that's to then be an example that you can make it too, and in fact, you can make it in that way. So you have somebody like that, like Young Thug, or what some of these young dudes out of Chicago, some of these other young brothers out of Chicago, whatever. Chief Keef and Lil Durk and all these people. You see them, you know, and this is supposed to represent to our young black men and our young girls. Oh, this is you can make it. You can be just like them. Those things are 1 in a million. I think it's something like you have a better chance at being struck by lightning than to make it in sports professionally. It's something crazy like that. But we have these type of things going on in the community, and then the focus becomes on those things. I think that we lie to ourselves as a community. I think we do that because we have a lot of pride in terms of we don't want to seem poor. We don't want to seem broke. That's like we talked earlier about the diamonds and the different things, how we show these things as to represent we have value. We like to get things of monetary value to show that we have value. And so our whole system is messed up. And so what ends up happening is this whole supposed positive thing. Oh, anybody can make it. Anybody, you can be whatever you want to be. That's a lie. And to me, that's lying to children. That's lying. And the reason I say that is lying is because you are ignoring a complete and entire system built on the oppression of Black people. That's not a small thing. Now, see, this is where people get it twisted. Then people go into saying, oh, that's blaming and playing the victim. Listen. Black people have been victimized and continue to be victimized by the system of racism, white supremacy. There is nothing wrong in saying that. To me, I absolutely feel the power is in saying that, because as long as we could keep trying to hold on to this pride that everything's all good and we can make it, anybody can make it, and it's your fault if you don't become a millionaire, a whole system. As long as we keep doing that, we keep staying stuck in the same position. The minute we actually do realize that we have been victimized, that what these people do, how these people are, how they operate, then we can and maybe become to do something among our community. Again, like the elders taught us, like Neely Fuller said, study your damn enemy. They study you. You think these people don't have whole damn libraries dedicated to studying the hell out of Black people, knowing what we do, how we see things, how we move, what music we like, what we want to wear, and that helps them to dictate what types of things they're going to put out there in society. That helps them to put out what they're going to do in the media and entertainment and all of that kind of stuff. We have to begin to study them, and we have to understand that we have been victimized. There's nothing wrong with saying that. Why is it wrong to say that? We also have to understand we're technically 150 years out of slavery, okay? Understand that we were in slavery longer than we have been out. When we were in our ancestors, they stripped them of everything. That means language, culture, fashions, traditions, our value system, our food, all of these things unique to us, okay? All of that was stripped. How in the hell are we expected that everything's supposed to just be great and amazing with us? That's another thing. I feel we put too much pressure on ourselves at the same time, because I consistently hear Black people, oh, we this and we that. You know, we'll talk positive in terms of the white man system that we can make it, but we'll speak negatively when we speak about each other. And that's the thing that I notice all the time. So I feel like we need to call them out for who and what they are, because then we can deal with it. You got Black people right now who don't understand what's going on with this whole presidency. You got black people right now talking about, let's give Trump a chance. He might help us. That to me is so foolish and ridiculous. But see, if you understood that people like Trump are victimizers, if you understand that they have gone into helping the continuation of victimizing black people, and you're able to see them for who they are, maybe then you will stop looking and think, giving this man a chance. Maybe then you will know what you need to do.
Can I say something?
Shout out to the core too. The core. Go ahead, bro.
I want to say that I've been listening to both of y'all speak, and like I said when you wasn't here, Sister Renee, that I believe that y'all both saying the same thing. It's just that he's coming at it one way and you coming at it another. He's not saying that racism doesn't exist and that they're not obstacles. He's saying that, but you cannot just sit back and just say, well, there's obstacles, so I'm not going to do nothing. He's saying that, well, we know it's obstacles, we know it's hard out here, but we got to try to make something happen. We just can't just sit there and just talk about all day about how oppressed and how victimized we are. He understands that. Like I had
we don't.
No, I do. I definitely
We don't do that. We do not do that. Black people, that's another thing I noticed. People
That's what I see now.
White men. Most black people don't. Most black people blame other. Most black people will blame other black people before they blame a white person.
Okay,
most black people will bend over backwards for white folks before they will for another black person. So that's what I don't get, and that's why I know that how much we've been programmed.
No, I got a question. I got a question for you.
Do not sit there and talk about, oh, the white man did this and that. They don't.
He's talking about
all the time. Talk about how we got to do this and that. We might don't do it, but people will say that. So to me, that shows the programming, because that's what white people want us to do. They want us to not talk about racism. They want us to not talk about. No. They want us to not talk about white supremacy. They want us to not talk about how we've been victimized. Listen, you see the Jews and what happened to them. Guess what their motto is? Never forget.
Look.
And they never stop bringing that up.
Look, you know what they want you to do?
Hold on. Anything they do, they bring up the Holocaust consistently.
That's not a fact.
Consistently, yes, it is.
It's not a fact. Let me tell you something.
It's never far from the conversation.
If the Jews only talked about Holocaust all the time,
conversation ever.
How did they build Hollywood? How did they own New York City?
From it.
Is anybody from New York City in the building?
I'm from New York.
They still
New
make
York, right?
What
do they call New York? Are you in New York? Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm a New Yorker, but I was saying that, sister, when he was talking about people just sitting around talking about white supremacy all day, he was talking more about the conscious community and stuff like that. He wasn't talking about black people in general. He was talking about how he see the conscious community as people just keep talking about racism, and nobody is not saying like, well, we can make things happen. That's what he was.
When are we gonna learn to walk and chew gum at the same time? This is another problem we have.
Ain't that what I'm saying?
As if you cannot both talk about.
That's what I'm saying.
As if you cannot both talk about the reality of racism, white supremacy, and the history of it, and continuation of it.
You can definitely do that
for the community. You can do both.
And
we don't have to stop talking about it. We don't have to stop blaming it. If people blaming them, if people want to call it that, we can do both. And I'm an advocate that we do both.
But that's what I'm trying to say, Sister Renee. That's what he was trying to say. He was talking about certain people in the conscious community who only want to do one thing, and that's talk about how they sort of fearmonger the people, and all they want to talk about is how woe is me and throw pity parties. Me and him was just talking about that, about how it's not mutually exclusive, how it can be both. It's A and B. We can do both. That's what he was trying to say. That's what I'm saying. Like y'all both saying the same thing. Coming at it from different angles, and y'all got to put it together. And it's just that you're a little bit more on the quote unquote realist side, and he's more on the optimist side. Like
there you go,
optimistic about the lookout. You more being more realistic, but y'all both saying the same thing. He's acknowledging that racism exists. He's also saying that when people who keep trying to keep people stagnated with the woe is me crybaby talk, when are they going to start talking about how we can also make things happen? He wasn't talking about you specifically, Sister Renee. He was like when you dropped off, me and him was talking. He was explaining to me about how he agreed with the point you was making, but he was also trying to get across to you that we can still make things happen.
Word.
Oh, she dropped off again. But
that's real, bro. Appreciate you on that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you see how when we kind of, that's why it's good that we have conversations like this, because we can talk it out. Because see how she came to the point at the end about we can do both.
Exactly. That's all I'm saying. That's what I've been
saying this whole time. I think the confusion came in when she thought you was talking about her personally, about how she's somebody who just wants to talk about how oppressed we are, and that's it.
Right. That's it.
Yeah, I don't know why this keeps
Brother
dropping.
Haven, I just wanted to, chime in. I've been listening.
Oh, this is that. Haven, I don't know why you even put that link in the chat room.
She's cool. She let us hear her out. Go ahead, Curious.
Thank you, Haven. Well, I just wanted to say I'm really enjoying the discussion on classism versus racism. And, the more I learn about Marxist theory, the more I think we've been fighting racism as Black people for a long time. I think at this point, we need to fight classism, because isn't classism the reason we have racism and sexism, homophobia, all these other things, to maintain class society, to make sure that somebody is poor? Because when I think about the way that racism affects us Black people, it's mostly an issue where we're disenfranchised economically,
right?
Where our labor is taken for free.
Thanks.
I mean, the same with women. It's mostly something that happens where our labor is being used for free, right? So
Thanks.
would racism or sexism or these other things even be able to exist without classism? So I think at this point we need to mobilize and fight that, because they'll get a field day out of another 50 years of us fighting racism just to participate in their class-based society that supports all of these things.
Facts.
Oh, see, this is the problem.
Come with the facts. That's
we don't
hold on. Let me get at that real quick.
I came with facts. I come with facts. This is what people don't understand.
I don't think we just heard what the young lady said, though.
So-called Black people were never intended to be American citizens. We were intended, as you alluded to be a form of free and exploitable labor only. Okay, that has not changed. That's why with the 13th Amendment, you see the transition of chattel slavery to now today what we have is mass incarceration, where 1 out of every 3 Black men will likely be incarcerated at some point in his life. Okay, it's just a different form of slavery. And with what they're doing now, with bringing in this new attorney general, there's going to be even more Black men and women being locked up, because now the war on drugs was merely a war on Black people, more specifically Black men, because the predominant number of Black men incarcerated are there for non-violent drug offenses. But this new attorney general, Jeff Sessions, who's a known staunch racist and was turned down from being a federal judge because he was so racist, he has said that they're going in on violence. And this is what they use Chicago as an example. So again, violence is put on Black men. Okay, it has nothing to do with us having the ability to fight classism. That's ridiculous. Classism is not Black people's problem. Black people are in the position because we're Black. It's because of racism that we're there. And this idea of fighting classism.
Hold on 1 second.
Hold on. That's a white person.
I'm going to tell you why you don't make sense.
Wait, hold on. Let me come in.
Because Dr. Claude Anderson said, what's the first floor? Economics. Hey. So that's why you don't make sense.
Right. Economics.
Hey, let me say real quick.
Community. That's why I told you get that $1 million.
Go ahead, T-Duck. I'm sorry.
Hey, what was the sister that just talked? Not you, Sexy Nay.
She's curious.
Oh, okay, curious. Yeah. I'm glad you spoke, and I apologize if I didn't hear you correctly. But I think everything you said has merit, but at the same time, none of it matters, because it's not a social thing. It's not an economical thing. It's a thing of character, and we try to get away from that by using these titles and these ideas to compensate for people that lack character. I think if we all focused on character and let character be the guiding force in decision making and valuing people through their character and their actions, then this world would be a better place.
Well, I agree with you. You know, that's the fight of people that consider themselves to be humanists, and that's important. But the reality is people's characters really change when class gets involved, when they feel like they're better than somebody and could keep a certain group down. And I would love for it to be that way, right? But, you know, unfortunately, material things, greed, bring out a side of people that just isn't right. And the other thing I wanted to say is, if the struggle isn't class, then why do we see these African countries with their kings and presidents taking such advantage of our own black people with their patriarchal capitalism running rampant, selling out to the white man, giving all of their resources over to white countries, you know?
What does that have to do with so-called African Americans?
You're not listening.
So now you're being direct. Okay, so now we're only talking about African Americans because I'm
that's what we're talking about. Trump, what? Yes, that's what we're talking about.
No, because
for white people, yes, that's what the
conversation is. Listen, hold on.
This is a prime
That's
example.
why she's right, though. Hold on. Because here you go, right? She said we shouldn't be talking about classism. So if we shouldn't talk about classism, we should stop talking about economics. That's just a fact. Yeah. Because if you say it's not classism and it's racism, why is the first thing a lot of black people want to talk about is economics? So you saying it ain't classism? Why y'all worried about the economic growth of the community?
Please listen. I guess you please listen. Okay.
Okay. Go ahead.
In terms of economics, black people need to practice more group economics.
Why though? Why?
Because we need to empower our own communities.
The class?
Information
we need to make some money?
There. No, it's not about class.
So it's about race.
You don't get what I'm saying. Please listen, because I think you're not listening.
No, I'm listening very well.
Look at how money circulates in the community. You see that from the time a black person has $1 till it's out of their pocket in our own communities is 6 hours. It does not even circulate once. When you look at the Jewish community, Asians, etc., their money circulates within their own community because they're spending with each other. When I'm talking about economics, that's called group economics. I'm talking about among each other in our own communities as they exist.
But then you say it's not classism.
That's not classism. I don't think you understand what classism is.
I definitely understand. Can you define it?
Can you hold on? Us supporting other black businesses in our community is not classism. That's group economics. That has nothing to do with class and the hierarchy that's set up for black people to be the permanent underclass.
Quit talking about economics if you don't want to include classism in there. Stop talking about economics if you don't. Let's stop talking about economics if you do not want to include classism in there. Prejudice against or in favor of belonging to a particular class.
And that economics is not trying to get the white man.
What is the social class?
Y'all get a room, man. Y'all get a room.
It's about supporting our own community. He doesn't even understand what he's talking about.
You know why it ain't? Because I don't deal with the people that want to dwell in problems and they have no solutions.
Hey, let me say something real quick to Cupid, if I may.
Dwelling. See, this is the problem again. Why can't we not walk and chew gum at the same time? Is that hard?
I've been said that, but you never want to agree with me on that. That's what I said.
He did say that.
I said that. I said I agree with you before your phone fell out.
You don't even know the facts of the situation. You talked about you.
Talk to your girl.
I'm talking about my people. I'm not talking about just
she
me.
Like you. She don't like me.
No. No, she don't like me because I'm gonna get her right quick because I'm gonna be like, listen, we can't dwell in these problems. We can't dwell in these problems. That's all I'm
Hey, Cupid, real quick. Oh, sorry, Javen.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to wrap it up in like like in a few minutes. So like, I'm
Cool.
sorry, y'all, because I got.
No, it's cool. It's all good.
Business
It's
real
all
quick.
good.
But
No, it's all good.
it's all good. But I thank everybody for coming through. I would like, if you want to say some final words, and we could probably do a part 2 tomorrow or whatever at a better time. So
yeah, shout out to Miss
Cupid,
Legit,
please
man.
come. I just wanted to say this. I understand environment can play a role in people's decision, but the overall thing, if character is in place, you know what I'm saying? Righteousness overrides hedonism. So I may have a Unitarianism approach, but at the same time, like, we have to hold ourselves to some sort of standard if we're going to call ourselves civil. And I'll just leave it at that. I don't know if that sounds smart or brilliant or whatever, but that's just
Well, no, it doesn't have to. But I understand what you're saying, and the thing is, hello.
Go ahead.
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay. The thing is, morality is something that's very subjective. What some people think is a good character trait in one person is horrible in another, and you have people that think white is right. They use religion as an excuse to oppress women and black people and say it's morality. So I think that you have to be careful because our version of morality is not the same as anybody else's. The other thing that I wanted to say is that I'm not in. I understand that group economics are important, right? But the reality of the situation is I'm not interested in building up a black version of white patriarchy. I've seen how it goes. I've seen how it goes in Africa. I've seen how it goes in these other communities where we think they're doing so well, and the women are dealing with rampant rape and sexism too. And it's just not something that I would want to have happen. I mean, there are black people in other countries, all black countries, and they're facing issues as well with their own people exploiting them behind class. Look at what's happening in Africa. We can't ignore that. That's group economics for you right there. Economics based on race.
All right. Well, we could continue this conversation another time. I thank everybody for coming through. Thank you, Sister Renee. Thank you, King. Thank you, T-Ducks. Thank you, Curious. Thank you to the chat. We could pick this back up and have a part 2
Shout out to the chat room. Shout out to Miss Legit. T-Duck. Thank you, Having Bullets, man. For real, man. Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, thank you, bro.
Appreciate you too. Keep playing the devil's advocate, King. We need more of that.
All right, bro. How about?
All right.